Okay, this is my smoker that I made. I'm going to show you everything that I got. I got this here. It's a 3-volt pump for an aquarium. 3 volts. And they're on the internet, eBay. And also I got this, which comes with wires and a light for underglow, which I'm going to put this on here also. But I needed something to get my 3 volts from. So I chose this also for that, for 2 reasons. But meanwhile, I had to solder wires in here because the outlet here was not providing 3 volts. So once I soldered the wires in, then I got direct 3 volts to supply the pump. So then I added a switch, and it's got power. And it pushes out air, and like I said earlier, it's designed for like a fish aquarium. But now I've got to figure what's going to make my smoke. Incense, the cone type. Now it took a little while for me to figure this out. It didn't just work the first time. But I lit an incense and let it chamber up inside. And I made a hole here for the pump and an outlet. Well, at first it would blow it out, but the incense didn't last very long. It would quit smoking. So it's working with it, I discovered what I had to do is send this pipe all the way across through the body of the bottle, all the way across to where the motor is, and make a little slit right there for the smoke to go up in. So what this does, it shoots the air across the pipe just like a paint gun's done. Paint gun is set up the same way. That way smoke can go in there and then it pushes out the pipe out the end. Well, that worked pretty good, but it still would burn. It would burn out too soon. It wouldn't smoke very long. So then I made an opening down here at the bottom for the cone incense to get air, where it could continue to breathe because it was running out of oxygen to be able to breathe. So I was saying all that, it works pretty good now. Actually, I'll set up and show you. Maybe hard to see down in there. Let me get a little more light, see if that helps. But you can see the tube going over to where the pump is, and how it just shoots right down in the middle of it. Light the incense. Now there's a lot more I need to do to improve this, and I'm still working on it. Got to get it burning good and then blow it out. You know how to do the incense. Okay. Screw that on there. And then flip the switch. Maybe a little hard to see with that background. But it does a good job of blowing smoke out. Now my plans is to try to find a little resistor to slow that down or make it where it puffs somehow. I mean, it's filling this room here up. I gotta stop it. For outside or something, this would be great. But now, I'm planning on putting this on the transporter. Right down in here. And I gotta do a little gluing and make some mounts and things. I can fix the switch up here at the top somehow. Run this right out here. Find a cover, fix the cover where it holds it in place.
We like to think of ourselves as having power over our fate. No. The powers of the universe will vastly exceed any powers we wield.
And I don't know if you can see it from there, but it is flat, blowing out some smoke. Puts out a good bit of smoke. And you probably could reduce that down somehow, the flow of it, or that slowed it down even a little bit. Like I said, I'm just at the threshold of working with it. I haven't seen another one like this on the internet. And I watched 2 or 3 videos, and then I kind of put some stuff together and then worked with it, started working with it. It took me several hours to get this far. But I'm well pleased with it. Okay, this is the platform that I'm going to put everything on. I've got my speakers back here, my motor sound control box here, which is going to go over here. That's what this piece of cardboard's for. Now after I complete all this, I'm going to use some of that Mod Podge, the hardener, the hard stuff that makes it hard. Anyhow, and then I've got to put something down in here that's going to hold the smoke generator, which is going to be this thing here, I think. I might but open that up a little bit more. But anyhow, I'm fixing to start gluing. I'm going to glue these down, fix a box for this, and something for the smoke generator to hold. Okay. Now I've already had the box in this and drew around it. And I know I'm going to have to put something in here to keep it from sliding down, and a place to let the wires come out. That's what that's for. That way I can adjust it. The knobs will be on the top if I want to change the tone of it or whatever, then I can get to it. Okay, what I'm doing now is gluing this down. This is going to be the smoke generator. I can lift it out right here. Also over here on this one, I can adjust the knob and change the pitch of the motor sound right here. And right here I can get to the button for the light for these lights when it's hooked up. Okay, dead battery. But anyhow, like I was saying earlier, I can pull out the smoke generator and add the also I glued this in there for the incense, so I can just drop it in there. Well, drop it in there and then screw it on the bottom of this bottle here, which comes straight out. And I can get that off there. And then from the top side, which I'll show you in a minute, I can slide this down in there. I'm going to add some more support around the front. But over here, I can also adjust or change the pitch of the motor generator here. And then also, I can get to the button right here for the light. This is the light that'll go around underneath. Kind of a ground effects light. And I have also glued the speakers back here. I'm going to leave a little room right here because I got to put a magnet on each side to help hold the shell down, which I've got to do on the front too. I've got to set a magnet up here, 2 of them, and then put 2, 4 on the shell, 2 in the back and 2 in the front to help hold the shell down. Now I'll make the switch where I can put it up here in the top. Alright, here's what we're looking at. Here's a smokestack right here, coming out the top. And what I can do is remove this. Then I can get to this and pull it out and put it back. I can get to the motor generator right here, sound. I can get to the light source right here and change it. And I'll cut a little slot in this. Oh, I got to put the switch up here too. I'm going to add the switch somewhere. It's either on the side, maybe on the side, I don't know. Somewhere is where it's out of the way. I got to put the switch. But it is coming along. I'm really excited about seeing it run outside. Right now this is December, so it's raining outside. It's real nasty. But it's come along real good. Now after I get through this one, I'm going to build another one that's going to have 3 axles, and it's going to be an old record. But that's once I get the LEDs in here in the front. I still got to do the LEDs. Here's the LEDs. I got to still install those. I got to lengthen the back wires because they're not going to reach all the way to the back. They're too short. This thing here is approximately in inches, approximately 28.5 inches long by 8 inches wide and 11.5 inches tall. And like I said, a lot can be done with this. You could put servos on these or motors where they rotate. You can put a servo or a motor on that. I almost forgot about the cannon. You could put a servo on the cannon. And there's a little bit more can be done. And I got to put magnets in there to help hold the body in place. And I got plenty of hookup wires here too. Each one of them goes to a different channel that does a different thing, but if you look inside, you can tell which one goes to what.
This is an emergency broadcast.